These comps just run out of steam even with a gold lead, and especially here in Group Nirvana when fights are happening all the time anyways, it makes sense to really put your team in a position to win no matter what. But with the Xayah lock,
the LNG AD carry will not be able to continue. Meanwhile, Ultra Prime has spotted out this dragon. It's down to about 2,000 HP. Here comes the Weaver's Wall. Saber wants to get into the fight. Haichao is stunned. OVO has to get out, but they're going to turn on Abaya as Zika is overheated. It is melting the team, and First Blood goes over to Haichao. Now they're going to look for Junhao next as Tippers is in there, and he hops in and says, "Go, my friends, run away." A second kill going over to LNG. They take the dragon too. Got run down by Jiang, but you know, it's just a standard CS lead coming out for Fish One, right? And this was the consequence of a couple of these swaps. Zhou's just going to make a flash play here. OVO is going to taunt up too, but Junhao shows up to the party as well. Fish One, you're on the wrong side of the tracks, buddy. I don't really know what to tell you. You were cooked from the moment the fight started.
For it. We'll see how much that ends up mattering. Obviously, the kill going over to Baya is best case scenario, but we'll see what he can do. Is a little bit of a trade here.
Oh, yeah, Baya's going to die because of that. Yeah, this teleport's coming in. And you realized it a little bit too late. You're going to see Annie fly right by, and Haichao is looking to run this man down. OVO will land the knock-up and set him up and knock him down for Haichao.
Yeah, very, very big pickup there. Big mistake by Baya. You can't really overextend in that instance after jungle, but of course he just kites back into his turret, as anybody would in that scenario, and that's a free dragon for LNG. That's the second Drake of the game.
And the longer that goes, the less effective this Pantheon is going to be, right? So OVO wants a piece of it. He's going all the way in. He charms up two members over the top as Haichao doing good damage. So they managed to find Saber, and now they're going to look over to Junhao as well. Double teleports coming in as they chase down the Pantheon. Fish One looking to join the fight, but Junhao is already dead. It is a 2-0 in favor of LNG as they are running this game.
The ground there, but OVO understanding that this is just a free fight win. Ultra Prime don't have the raw combat strength right now without those ultimates. Haichao in danger. Oh, he's just deleted.
Well, the question was, can he convert? The answer is, does make things a little scary here. We all know what LPL Kai'Sa can do. So Rift Herald is going to, run right into the wall. Nice job there by Saber. We're hoping for a little bit more effectiveness out of these Weaver's walls, but listen, you'll take what you can get. As Shelly appearing to have some problems here with this turret, unable to get the job done. Turret going down over on the top side there.
You know, with a lot of the other macro threats coming in, that he is going to get taken down, but that's a shutdown going over in favor of Ultra Prime. That's also blocking the advantage that you got from giving up Rift Herald, and so overall, a pretty decent play. They do have to trade the bot tier 1 for it, and we're still pretty far behind in this instance, but gonna make another play.
Oh, what did I just witness, bro?
Here on the bottom side, but looks like they might have to trade top lane tier 2 to do it.
You know what? Honestly, that's fine. I think LNG is still fine with it, despite the fact that it's like, oh man, that's really horrible that this play happened. Like, again, you just give up the dragon? I don't...
Right now, LNG doesn't care. They're starting up the Otacon, and they're bursting this down. We'll see if Ultra Prime want to make a counterplay.
Here we go. All right. They have vision, so they know what's going on here. Weaver's Wall coming through to cut off Ultra Prime. Saber will at least put the wall down. All right, let's see what Ultra Prime's got. 3,000 HP, getting lower and lower. Sion coming through, doing a lot of damage to Fish One. Fish One's got to try to get out of there. Junhao gets away from the Otacon. A mess of a fight on both sides. And Otacon secured for LNG as Xiaofeng's trying to get out of there. Baya gets the kill, but will he be able to survive? Trying to get back to the rest of his team. Dodges the knockup as Baya is playing so well in this fight. And LNG has been completely wiped. Zeka trying to get out as Saber will chase him down, get him with the seismic shove, and the rest of the squad hops on top. And there we go, Ultra Prime.
They don't get the Otacon, but they get everything else in the fight. It's massive for Ultra Prime. It's really poorly executed by LNG, who allow their carries to get demolished at the start of the fight by the Sion.
And certain death. So Ultra Prime has started the dragon up as Xiaofeng looking for a crazy flank. Maybe going to try to get in the back of the pit here. Start to surprise some people as LNG look to move their way down. He is in that sneaky part of the pit. Waiting for him to just go right over and hit a Cyclone on a multiple members. There's that Weaver's Wall just cutting off LNG, but again, they're not bursting the dragon right now. It's just getting slightly low. Xiaofeng, perfectly timed, waiting right on top of Baya. See you later, AD carry. Xiaoshu going to be the next target. He will burn away. They'll turn onto Junhao next, and he will go down. Zhang can only try and cry as he falls too. Soul secured for LNG, and that could be the knock. for somebody to walk up when they really shouldn't. So Rumble going to go get this giant wave shoved in. Now he's going to deal with Xiaoxia, who's in the middle of no man's land right now. Weaver's Wall going to come through to at least cut off the rest of LNG. And we have a teleport coming in from behind. We have a play that's being made by Ultra Prime because the members are split. Rumble going to drop that equalizer, trying to make big plays, but OVO gets in there for a big taunt. And now the question is, can Fish One get the damage out and stay safe? He manages to take out one, and he's looking for other targets. Junhao trying to deal with the Rumble, but he just can't, and down goes Talia. Down goes Ultra Prime. It is an ace for LNG.
It looks like it should absolutely be free. That's Ocean Soul, that's Baron, that's everything on the map going in favor of LNG. Hope we get a replay of that, because one thing I really want to highlight is Haichao in that fight, who essentially just 1v1s Baya off the map.
You can't burst him out because there's an Ocean Soul. That's when you have to realize, as a jungler specifically, you know what? Perhaps I may have bungled this game a little bit. Bungled it the way they have, as LNG is in complete control. We've seen crazy throws in our time in the LPL here, K-Man. I don't know if this is going to be one of them.
This would certainly be, but I just saw the minimap. Baya's ulting.
Oh, hang on. Haichao is still alive, but he will finally fall as OVO can't save him. But guess what? Rumble shows up to the party. Everybody else shows up to the party as Baya will fall as well. Down on the bout side, Fish One trying to deal in a 2v1, but look, he's healing. He's still alive, and he manages to find Zhang. And he's going to pull the feathers back to slow up Xiaoxia as well. He's kiting in the opposite direction. But yes, the boys have shown up to party. Give Fish One the triple, please. No, he won't. Zhao Feng will clean up the last kill. Saber is down. Ultra Prime are down. They've got the wave. LNG should march it down for the win.
Ultra Prime didn't want this game going on too much longer. A very strange 3v2 fight in the mid lane ends up closing it out in favor of LNG. From start to finish, they controlled the pacing of this game. One small hiccup in the middle, but outside of that, great look in game one from LNG.
Absolutely. They were the team that had direction. Ultra Prime directionless, and guess what, K-Man? We should have known. Xiaoxia, 5 deaths. We should have known that they were not going to win this game when he dies so...
At some point, I'm going to go back and rewatch a bunch of historical League of Legends and stuff like those, like the CJ Ensis SKT series from Season 4. E, cancel your E with your W, you slow them into it, and then you get your auto attack afterwards. Flash away from the ultimate. There is a Dominus available, and there's a fight in the 2v2 on the bot side, which I don't think OVO is particularly happy about. Uses the heal, and they do manage to get some damage there from the Alistar. Fish One trying to get the last damage, but it will not be enough. Baya flashes up the emotes and will kill his lane opponent. Egen on top side, missed his ult on the top side, was flashed away from, and doesn't have any tools left to get out of the play. It's a 1-for-1 across in the group stage. That was back when I was a big follower of the LJL. Saber has flash, might have to use it. Drag back, no wall stun. There is an Impale available. Slow lands onto him, gets the phase rush active. Does have flash, and Junhao's around the corner. He has level 6 too. The Impale doesn't hit onto the Rise, but will hit onto the Shinzao. I think Xiao Feng might be in a bit of trouble here. Xiaoxia walking up the river first. Good engage there from Haichao, as Junhao doesn't have flash to follow up the play. Braum up will slow them down, but there's a flash forward from the Alistar, which makes things very, very different. And it's a punch into the rocket! OVO wants this, it's an ult from downtown. Sivir will come round to pick up 1 kill back. Ends up still being a 2-for-1 with an awesome alley-oop from the bot lane across. What's on the bot side? Saber doesn't have any escape now. No flash was forced in topside, and the kill donated to the Jinx, who gets excited and will be able to use that to get 1 last plate in this bot side turret. Maybe even 2, actually. They get excited. It's very, very strong. They'll get 2 turrets off, 2 turret plates. They won't be able to get the last plate, but they will get the full last turret. It's LNG. Get the Jinx excited. Ichin will get that turret. Gold over towards to hold this choke point into river if they can. But it's quite hard to stop Ascana going through. He doesn't have an Impale just yet. 10 seconds on that. W is being fired about, although popping a ghost from the spellbook. Coming down to a smite fight, and it's a flash as well. Jinx ends up stealing it and gets excited from it. A 3-man Impale comes through to the backline as the Ambassador does get onto the Jinx. Danger stations for LNG as the AD carry goes down. Baya coming back into the fight. Junhao trying to get some damage down, and the Ambassador gets rolling. Zucker pops the Dominus. Triple kill to the Ambassador right now with 2 left on the table. It's a quadra kill to the Ambassador. Ichin, the duelist from the PC. The second item off that fight. Jeez, so much gold given over. Is that Jinx? That topside turret. Was very, very fed beforehand. And honestly, he's not doing badly now. 197 C. But it also means 1 sword. And he was a Riven player. Still is a Riven player, doesn't get to play it that much nowadays. The champion's just not very good for pro play. He would play it sometimes in LNG Esports. He was in the PCS before this year on LNG Esports. I think they were that 4th place team over there or so. Atkan's alive, which is why we're positioning like this. Hi, Chow. Jumping forwards a little bit. Teleport coming down. Multiple teleports coming down. Dominus coming through. Flash forwards onto the carrier. Knockups go wild. Excited is the Jinx. Is there anything to lock them down? There's no Abyssal, and that is a problem. Yes, there's a lot of damage on the Abyssal, but the Jinx goes absolutely nuts. I say that. Junhao's turned it around. Gets the damage onto the Jinx, and it's the Chovy who's putting out more damage. Flashing forwards, and will finish off the team fight with a triple kill. 3 for Bayer, 2 for Junhao. A full house between the two of them. Tower will be killed, and Ultra Prime find a fight around their Fed AD carry, who is 5-0 and 6. I know it's Bayer that puts out the most of the damage, but Junhao, real credit to him. We've been waiting for him to step up. He was a huge player for them early into the split. We're going to jump forwards again on Xiaofeng. Impale goes onto the rise. Can they get the reset? Yes, they can. There is no flash for Jinx this time, though, and that could be a problem. Zucker coming into the play, going to the Braum is not exactly where you want to be, and now in comes the Ambassador. Yeah, that's the problem. It's 1 for 1, all things said and done. Mid laner for mid laner. Junhao around the back does have flash, potentially to jump forwards again. Goes forwards onto the carries, and the Civ is behind them. Has a front line, has a shield in front of him, and the Civ does the damage. Ultra Prime, another good fight for them. They are really far ahead in this game. With that last dragon, they put themselves a soul 30 point. 30 seconds till dragon. LNG, no choice but to fight this. It would be the Infernal Soul on the other side, of course. Just charge into the wall. Chompers were there, but they don't get to combo up with it. And Fish One's been jumped onto by Junhao, and that leads into the Ambassador. AD carry dead. That is fight over and likely game with it. Ultra Prime get to roll forwards their own AD carry. Wonderful jump forward from Junhao. I think he's been spectacular this game on the Xin Zhao. In recent series for Ultra Prime, we've been talking about how Junhao's not really been at the level he was last split. Yeah, this is more what we were seeing. Great jump forwards onto the AD carry. Do you have now a 2v3 in mid lane? I think he wins this. I think the Ambassador wins this, and he does get the first kill in a 3v2. LNG can't take down the Ambassador, who's been going absolutely beast mode onto them. Eclipse Shield. Repudiate does good value there. Maybe the first can help. The stand behind me will give some extra resist as the Repudiate going up. Hai Chao was thinking about whether he can go for a flash combo, perhaps. Can't quite find it there. Baron taken by Ultra Prime. And they can use that to push into towers, and they can just lazily walk over towards the objective of the dragon later. Teleport into the bot side, remember, so we went back to base. No contest anymore. You are past your point of usefulness. Yes, 3 items, I mean, just 3 items on anyone's good, but you're realistically peaking around the 1 to 2 item mark. Jump over the wall. I don't really want to be jumping onto the Braum. Bayer escapes the initial engage. Realm Warp's coming in. Xiaoxia flashes back, and Bayer just keeps auto-attacking. Spell shields the Impale, because of course he does. And Zucker won't have much else to say about this either. Sterak's is not going to save the Crocodile. Not nearly the same level of play from him, and the same lead as him. Yes, it is. Yeah, eat him. You go do that, my friend. Dives under turret. 1v2. Gets a kill as Saber cleans up the other one. It is a clean ace for the side of Ultra Prime. Just about. Held the tongue there. Xiaoxia survives that last turret shot. Don't have any grubs. That's the one objective they didn't get their hands on this game. They'll at least break an inhibitor. 20 seconds left on respawns. I think maybe they can just walk forwards. Baron Buff will keep their wave alive. They have 5 members alive. And yeah, you put up that scream emotes. Ultra Prime will win our second game of the series, and we'll be going to 3 in our first of the day. Ultra Prime looking to get only their second win of Group Nirvana. So that's it. Very fun mid lane matchup. Hai Chao, Chovy, Saber on the other side. Hai Chao's, yeah, his community nickname is Chovy. Jin does get damage onto Lucian. Ignite now put down onto Xiaoxia. Ovo and Fish 1 forcing a flash out too now. So 3 summoners used by Ultra Prime's bot lane, and a hook lands. That could have even forced a flash there. 4th shot comes through. Bayer turning and fighting, trying to get the last flash in. The double tap does land on Ovo, but it's not enough damage. The kill will come through from Fish 1 as the 2v2 heavily going in favor of LNG. They might be able to turn around a kill onto the Nautilus, but they won't be able to, either him or the enemy player. And that's great for Viego, one side of it or the other, right? Because even if you trade 1 for 1, Viego comes out on top, regardless of whether or not it's on his team or not. Dragon started, finished by Ultra Prime. They will himself. Xiaoxia's here, has level 6, has that Solar Flare Xiaofeng. He will last for another couple of seconds, then he'll have to come out of vision. We'll see that. That's a problem. Dashes out of the flag drag, flashes out of the Solar Flare. Bayer on the flank. Xiaofeng ults away. Is it going to be enough to save him? The culling's so close, and I don't think he'll be getting away from this Swan. A double tap will send him down into the dark depths of the underworld. And he will die alongside Fish 1. 2 for none. Great trap laid around that forward with as much impunity. But for now, He has to play against the Cassandra. He can't be down there with those fights. Anyone got a link for stats that's actually live and posted? I don't know actually about stuff that's going on. You'll have to just read it off the screen. Post-game, though, after the game's ended, you can see it on gol.gg amongst other sites. I think DPM LOL also has it as well. Yichin retreating under his top turret. About to get himself his first item. Xiaofeng. Not the strongest dive. Oh, Ovo using the ghost to roam quicker. I like it. Tier 1 boots making a little bit quicker as well. Ghost popped by Yichin. He knows he's in trouble. There's going to be a curtain call, and it might be curtains for Yichin as well. We'll stun into a couple different shots and a reset for the Viego. We'll see him dead on the other side of the map. A very, very dead Silas will join them. Kill goes over to Saber. First kill of the game for him. This has been his choice pick if he can. Oh, they killed the turret. I think they should kill the turret. I think you should have killed the turret there, maybe. Guess they're afraid of Junhao coming up with Cataclysm. Turret will die anyway from the 3 grubs. The team really wanting to walk into the enemy team, which makes sense. I think if you're walking into the enemy grouped up team, you're probably losing. Ultra Prime walking into something like a Poppy, that sucks. Into Nautilus as well, Jin as well. Yeah, stuff like this. It's going to be a problem. Catch out on both sides. Junhao got on one, Xiaofeng on the other. Both junglers forced to go out, and that culling does a lot of damage, but doesn't kill Viego. Force she'll flash away from Ovo. Did G2 have games this week? No, they didn't. They made a joke, which gave them enough armor to make that less good. Dragon spawning. And look how LNG, they don't want to be stuck in the Dragon Pit. Not against the Leona, really. And the Jarvan as well. Jarvan Leona is a heck of a good engage combo to punch down on people who are stuck in one area of the map. LNG trying to control the choke point. Hook lands onto the Jarvan. Oh, that is a problem for Ultra Prime. If he dies, that reset is very valuable. He goes down. Where's the reset? Great triple knockback, though, from the Cassandra. The reset comes through now, and the flag drake's not fantastic. Popbell doesn't get that much done. Ultra Prime do a good job of making sure the reset is not that valuable. It is still jungle for support, though. LNG lose the less valuable member. Ultra Prime lose their jungler with that objective up. So Ultra Prime will go back towards the mid lane, try and delay until Junhao is Ultra Prime, even-ish in gold still. Oh, hang on a second. What the hell is happening here? Oh my god, what is happening? What is happening indeed? That is all over the place. Let's dive in that bot side. Fish 1 getting a jumped onto. And he'll go down. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to quickly restart things after this fight because the audio is horribly desynced. Zucker trying to disengage, but it's not nearly enough. Too many people have gone down at this point, I think, in the fight. Too many HP bars. And god, sorry about the production issues, folks. We'll go through into this. A solar flare, and you managed to stun someone important. That's still a stolen solar flare. He shouldn't be using the perfect execution now, I don't think. Well, I guess he can. The base damage is very high. Dragon's going down. LNG need to find a way to engage before the soul goes down. I'll Saber on the flank. Hydra trying to match him. Gets the perfect execution. Dragon gets stolen by Xiaofeng. No soul for Ultra Prime. What's happening in the rest of the fight? Saber, the big gold lead, is shut down. And suddenly the Silas is back in the game. Solar flare comes through. And Ichen trying to clean up the AD carry will be able to maybe get him. Where are the rest of the resets for LNG? Xiaofeng not going to need them, I don't think. A W land onto Eject. It will be no soul for Ultra Prime. Ultra Prime trying to flash out, getting some combos down. Eject doing his best. The Cassandra getting some regen through that all out. The Flag and Drag gets the kill, even if it's stopped by the Poppy W. And 2 kills to Eject maybe opens up something like a Baron on spawn if they win this hard enough. Flag drag over the wall. Zucker, I don't think he's going to die to this. I think Junhao needs to back off. I think they really need to go towards something like the Atakan or the Baron. They don't get the dragon, but they do narrowly win the fight. I think change things. No culling, no solar flare from Xiao Xiu. I guess he ulted himself there, actually. No big engage tool for him. Now, you don't need the Viego ult to get the resets. Now, it's obviously very important. It's a lot of his damage. Poppy ult missing. No disengage from that. Tanking the Atakan might come down to a smite. Xiaofeng doesn't really want to go in there. Has no smite from the last fight. Good damage onto Ichen, but he's able to tank things up. Pathmaker forward to Kali starting to get rolling. Has that Ian this time. Saber is not caught out. The Atakan doing a lot of damage. Abaye almost killed by Atakan. A self-kill by a shot instead from the curtain call. Saber trying to get the damage, flashing over the wall to kill out Haicha, but he escapes as well. He gives himself up as a reset. Now there's the Akali on the other team, and the Shroud and the Kunai and everything flies into the backs of Ultra Prime as 4 go down. They find their end at this time. Get themselves that 4 kills and the Atakan itself. Still off the vision. They haven't pinged him out. He doesn't have flash. Can open up one flank. Does change things. The Monster Energy Blast gun punts him back into the river. Does punt Junhao back into the river. Shasha walking up. I don't think a soul flare's up just yet. Spotted now on the flank. Baron started. Dragon started up. Ovo goes very, very low and Sabers into the backline. First kill goes down. The Steadfast Presence time's out, and that's a kill onto the Viego. No more resets. Ultra Prime not going to fall for the team fight foibles. They did around the Atakan. Dragon started up 2 kills. Should be the Dragon on top of it. And with no jungler, it's not like LNG can really do a counter Baron or something like that, especially with 2 people down. Be absolutely not something they can do. Chemtech Soul, claim for Ultra Prime at 29 minutes. Haichao Zucker can teleport into position if they want. Haichao's pushing the top lane in a turret. Is there going to be a fight? There's no fight steal available. Zucker's alone. Zucker's alone. I mean, they just let him go. There's no support here. Top lane in a turret, pushing in mid lane as well. LNG made the decision. We cannot contest the Baron, not without a smite. But also, your damage profile is just kind of low now. Was there anything old Akali couldn't do? I mean, this was like release rework Akali, where your ult was an untargeted dash with a mini stun on it, mixed damage with a ton of base damage. It was absolutely insane. But Q at max rank would do, or no, cast at max energy would like heal you and do more damage to minions. It was a mess. It was a real mess. Ultra Prime pushing in mid and bot lane. But yeah, release Akali on the rework was disgusting. Old Akali was also kind of broken, by the way. Gunblade was disgusting on it. There was some really fun tech where you could do the... it's not been upgraded just yet. I mean, having the Lord Doms and the Collector means you're at 50% crit. It's not bad in that sense, but you'd much rather not have a Collector and just have another crit item now at this point, really. Trunk in the mid lane. Good damage there from the Jin traps onto buy it. Do you have any life steal? It does have a little bit. There's no Steadfast Presence. Stun comes in. That is a lot of CC. Does he have the ability to get in time? This Poppy, notoriously tanky. When you get low HP and you proc that W, does manage to get through. The Jin W, sadly, on this side does... Potential engage in the mid lane. Dragon spawning, Elder spawning in 20 seconds. Okay then, folks. We are Elder flipping. Do you smell the burgers? Well, I don't. My nose is a bit blocked. Flash forward for a hook. It goes onto Jarvan, and it's not the most valuable. Where's the Poppy ultimate? Well, it's not going to do anything because Ichin ends up cancelling it out and going unstoppable with his own Pathmaker. I feel like LNG get the worst off of that, but the HP bars aren't fantastic on Ultra Prime. Some damage came through onto them. Elder potentially started. Now, LNG, they don't really want to push up mid lane and go for a turret trade because giving up Elder is way too valuable. Haichao, level 17. Poppy ult has come back off. Cooldown. It goes onto the engages. The Poppy's the Leona's gone. Who else has gone with them? It's the top lane, but they can't engage during that time. Oh, it looks so good for a little while. Saber gets into the back line. Not stopped this time. Cataclysm into the boat to them. Where is the rest of the Akali damage? There it is! Into the back line. Great damage from the 4th shot. Can he clean up the rest of the fight? Does he need to? Fish 1, he needs some DPS. I don't think it's enough. I think LNG might have run out of steam. Saber's flank onto the back line. Might have just... flash on Leona. Also true. That's also good. Everything else is down. Very little. What happened in the play here? Was there a culling use? There was a culling use. Okay, so culling's down. Wait. Baya's dead. Hang on a second. Whoa. Baya's dead. I didn't even check that. He just ends up getting 4th shot. Fishwall just removes him from the field of play. This is why you don't have replays over important moments like this. Elder now taken down. But you have no AD carry. You have no AD carry. There's a popular away. The Elder Dragon now being started and put down low. Saber not wall stun, but there's so much damage and Saber goes down. How can any other team lose like this? It could go to smite range, but Junhao, the hero, takes the Elder. Ultra Prime will lose the fight. It's a triple to Xiaofeng, but the Elder is at least picked up by Ultra Prime. It's not on Baya though, is it? I think it is. I didn't see it on the right-hand side. There is an Elder on Lucian. Is that enough to save the game? Is that enough to save it? Ultra Prime, how does Baya die at such a critical juncture? How does he die like that? It is a 2v4 Nexus defense. Guardian Angel picked up by Baya. That could be crucial. Trying to use the culling now, I suppose. It's not fantastic. Zucker not taking that much damage walking up. Remember, he does have the Elder. They're taking him down low. The Elder is threatening. And it'll take 1. It'll take 2. Baya making up for previous mistakes. GA popped. Haichao sticking around, wanting to get out of the base. We'll just buy the GA. And that'll be enough. The GA is enough to save the game, though. 5v3. Now they are on the offensive side of the game-ending advance. Curtain calls ended early. Xiaoxia could have walked up and threatened an ult to close that off. This has been only the first series today, folks. Inhibitor taken. 10 seconds on Zucker and Xiaofeng. Is it enough time? Ichin going to go in. Haichao, he's low HP, and the Elder is ticking on him. Fish 1 trying to get some damage onto Saber, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. The disengage comes through, and Fish 1 cannot stick around for a 4th shot. The towers are oh so low, and Ultra Prime, the anti-clutch team, finally find their moment. Zucker's a Poppy ultimate will not be enough to save the game, I don't think, question mark. No, it won't be. Ultra Prime will find themselves at 2-4, and LNG, their revival is short-lived. They will go